I think we know what time it is. Today we're ranking the biggest mistakes to make with a girl. Okay, first is telling them secrets. I'm not gonna lie, this is brain dead. I'm gonna say this is really, really bad. I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world if you tell a girl your secrets, but at the same time, if this is not your girlfriend and you're telling her secrets, what's going to happen is she can use those secrets against you, right? You think that you have this trust or bond dynamic because you guys are bonding together, but in reality, what's going to happen is you tell her those secrets, and since you guys are not like established, if you guys ever fall off or like, stopped hanging out, she still has those secrets. And it's just like you never want to tell a girl your secrets. It's usually just not ideal. Now, I can understand if this is your girl. I want to make this clear. A lot of these might not apply if this is your girlfriend, but if this is just some girl that you like, this is just honestly a really big mistake. Next up is double texting after no response. I'm not gonna lie, if we're double texting, this is honestly just brain dead. Okay, listen, I can understand if you texted her, she didn't respond, and then you text back a couple days later to say something different. If you're doing that, that's fine. But I don't understand why some people think that it's rational. Like, it's 2027, dude. It's 2027, and we're over here telling people to double text and keep being consistent. That's something a girl would tell you. A girl would say, I like consistency. No, you like the intention that consistency brings. You don't actually respect the guy for being consistent. This is literally like a really brain dead mistake, especially if this is early interest. I don't know why you would keep being consistent. You only be consistent if your attention is being reciprocated by her. Otherwise, this is just literally brain dead. And before you guys start coming up with like the benefit of the doubts, like, oh, maybe she didn't see it, or oh, maybe she got the notification and just forgot. Like, no, you guys watch too much Disney, bro. You watch too much Disney. And I'm thankful to say I was never a victim of thinking this mentality. It's so hard to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, most times they saw the message, they just didn't want to respond, and you guys got to accept that. Now, truth of the matter is, yeah, it's not that deep most of the time, but you gotta stop giving people the benefit of the doubt because most of the time they see the text message, they just didn't want to respond. If you double text, this is just a brain dead move. Next up is telling her friends you like her. I think telling her friends you like her, it's just the worst move, dude. Ideally, you would want to tell her yourself if you were going. Well, I wouldn't even do that. But telling her friends you like her, it's just not gonna do no good because, first of all, her friends are just gonna tell her yourself. Second off, it just kills all the mystery. Like, now she knows that you like her and she thinks that you weren't man enough to do it yourself. You see, there's a problem with that. So, this is just really a brain dead move. You never want to do this. Next up is responding instantly every time. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think responding back instantly is like that bad. Like, ideally, you would want to have things going on in your life to where you're a little bit busy. But if a girl gets the ick because you responded back too quickly, like, I think you dodged a bullet. No logical thinking girl is gonna get turned off because you responded back too early. Like, I can understand, double texting or triple texting and they're not responding. But if all you're doing is responding back like 25, 30 seconds later, it's really not that bad. I'm gonna put this in not that bad. I mean, like I said, ideally you would like to have things going on, but if you decide, hey, I'm gonna respond back 2 minutes later, I'm gonna respond back 30 seconds later. Like, it's not that bad. It's not that deep. You're doing the bare minimum, which is getting back. Now, I can understand if you text her first and then she takes 12 hours to respond. But if she reaches out to you first and then you respond back instantly, if she gets turned off by that, you dodge the bullet. Next up is asking for closure. So I know that we all have a little bit of attachment. I do still think this is dumb because when you ask for closure, y'all gotta be ready to just move on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of scenarios where I could ask for closure, but I choose not to because I know I gotta move forward in life. And plus, if you're asking her for closure, you're giving her that last bit of validation. Like, if you're like, you know, what went wrong between us? It's just corny. Now, most of the time, if you are asking for closure, chances are she doesn't have interest anymore. So it's probably not the worst thing, but still, it's just really dumb. Next up is stressing to make things official. You see, here's the problem. You want the girl to ask the golden question. What are we? If she hasn't given you those 3 words yet, there's nothing for you to really stress about. Because at the end of the day, most girls, they might not like literally have a hierarchy, but they subconsciously have a hierarchy of other guys just in their head, right? If you're not at the top of that list, she probably might not be stressing to make things official with you. So if you're giving her your time of day and she hasn't asked any of those questions yet, I wouldn't really stress. I just think it's pretty cringe though. It's not really that bad of a move, but next up is blocking her. Okay, so this one is controversial because I remember making a TikTok video on like things you should never do, and then people said, "Oh, I'll block them if I want to block them." Listen, if you want to block them, that's cool. I understand. Do what you want. My opinion though is when you block somebody, it's kind of showing you're kind of giving this defeatist motive that you let them get to you. You got in your emotions. Now, I know it's probably not that deep to some of y'all, but if y'all care about, you know, not getting in y'all emotions and everything, like if you're on some nonchalant type shit, I really think blocking is just not, you know, it's not optimal. Now, at the same time, like if you just don't want her to text you back ever, that's cool. But ideally, I think you would want to just, you know, set that shit to the side. Like just don't block her. Maybe mute her stories, maybe mute her iMessage, but I don't know. Next up is not knowing when to give up. Unfortunately, I think we're all like victims of this. This is just a really bad move because if she does not have any interest and you know you are being consistent, oh, I'm not gonna lie, you are boosting her ego like so high, dude. You guys gotta know when to give up. Like if it's to the point where it's just obvious she's not reciprocating anything you do, bro, please, bro, like just move on. I'm not even saying give up, just move on to the next person. We're all victims of this. This is just a really bad move. I really couldn't categorize this as brain dead because this is just so common, but like let's not do this in the future. Next up is free validation. I'm not gonna lie, bro, ever since I went into 2026, it's just something about free validation that just makes me so upset. I think validation should be earned, not given. Like I'm not saying that you can't validate her at all, but it usually has to be earned. Like y'all will be so quick to give her compliments and glaze her, and it's like all you're gonna get back is a thank you or something like that. If all you get back is a thank you, you know you fucked up. So, but I think it's not really hurting. It's hurting your chances in like small bunches though. It's not like if you give her one compliment, she's just gonna lose interest, but I do think it's pretty cringe. Next up is spending too much time with them. I mean, I don't really think it's that bad. Coming to think about it, while you should be prioritizing yourself, if you spend too much time with her, it's not that bad. Now, if this is your girl, this is completely fine. I would prefer you do this. But if this is just a friend of yours that you really like and you're spending too much time with them, it's probably not that bad. It might even go in your favor. Who knows? Next up is accepting the friend zone. Accepting the friend zone only works if you accept the terms and conditions that now that she has directly said, I like you as a friend, you are now substituted to her being higher than you because now she knows that there were some past feelings that was one-sided, and now she might, you know, if she egos you or if she leaves you undelivered, you got to get ready to pull the fuck back. 9 times out of 10, when you accept the friend zone, you're signing up for some terms and conditions that you're not gonna like. It could work in theory, but it's just a really like unlikely chance. I'm not even saying if you get friend zoned, you gotta tell her, no, we're either dating or I'm never talking to you again. Like, that's a little dramatic. But if you accept the friend zone, just get ready to pull back at some point. Next up is confessing your love. As a grown-ass man, I don't think we should be confessing your love. Like, come on, this is not Disney Channel. You know, if you're over here going up to her, talking about some, I think I like you, then it's just cringe, bro. It's really cringe, bro. Brain dead. And she is going to probably think you are corny as well. Next up is being available 24/7. I mean, at the end of the day, like, if you're available, you're available. You just don't want her to know you're available 24/7. Not everything needs to be announced to her. Now, if you're telling her like that you're available 24/7, then this is just dumb as fuck. If you don't tell her that you're available 24/7, then it's just not that bad. Assuming you're telling her, oh, hey, I'm free whenever you want, then that's just dumb as fuck. Next up is acting deep or mysterious. I just think it's corny. Like, if that's literally like not your archetype, if that's not who you are, if you're this very like energetic person, then acting mysterious, it's just gonna work against you most of the time. If you lean into the like kind of mysterious archetype, or you're this quiet person, it could work in your favor. You just got to be attractive. I really think acting deep or mysterious is most of the time it's just cringe, unless that's already who you are. Next up is reading too much into the signs. So unfortunately, when you're put on the spot, like when a girl likes you, you're probably not going to be thinking rationally, because you're going to start contemplating like so many variables at once. Your brain is just like in panic mode. You're just asking yourself, did I do this wrong? Did I do this right? And you're going to be reading too much into the signs. Like, it's not something we can control. Now, ideally, you don't want to do this, because if she catches on to that, then she's going to get that boost of validation. But I really do think this is like a really bad move. And then last, we have over explaining yourself. If a girl is ever questioning you, asking you all these questions, interrogating you, intimidating you, and you are over explaining yourself, you are telling her everything, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that is brain dead as fuck. You never want to over explain yourself. Always, if you have to, maybe under explain, but if you are over explaining to her, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you are over masculating you. You are over. You are just acting scared in front of her, basically. So I think this is just a brain dead move. Over explaining yourself, that's just not something you should really be doing. Explain accordingly, maybe under explain. But if you are over explaining yourself to her, bro, you're getting like almost no upside out of this. This is just a brain dead move. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash like, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.